I'm going to show you how to make a delicious barbecue pulled pork sandwich without a grill and in about a third of the time, all on your stovetop. Welcome to Lawyer in the Kitchen. Today, we're gonna make a stovetop barbecue pulled pork sandwich. And I'm gonna do this, normally I would cook this on the grill for anywhere between 12 to 15 hours. This is only going to cook in about 4 hours, and it's going to be delicious, tender, juicy, moist, tasty, fantastic, and it's amazing. My most popular video is barbecue baked ribs baked in the oven instead of on a grill, and they taste fantastic. And I was almost embarrassed to do that, and then it became my most popular video for 2023. So I thought, why not do this? Because you know what? You can't always use a grill. You don't always have 12, 15 hours, and there may be bad weather, whatever. This could not be simpler. We're going to have a Boston butt. This is about 5 pounds, 1 large yellow onion, salt and pepper, barbecue sauce and buns, and that is it. Got the onions cut up, just regular size, pole to pole, end to end. Gonna put some salt and pepper, a pretty good healthy dose of salt and pepper, and then we're gonna brown this meat. This has the bone in, and the bone that's in a Boston butt, and the reason why I say it's on top of the shoulders, because it's not shoulder, but it's the shoulder blade. It's part of the blade bone. Get this nice and warm. I'm gonna use stainless steel, and we're gonna put in some olive oil, good little bit, probably a couple tablespoons. And once we get all the sides browned, we'll just barely cover it with water, and then we're gonna cook it for about 4 to 4.5 hours, simmer it. So it's just actually gonna be braised, and it'll be mouth-watering tender. There we go. That's the sound. I got a little bit too high. We don't want to burn it. Put some more salt on it and some more pepper. I hate that.
Have a look, see.
See, that's not there. It's not there. We want a little bit more than that. That's how you get the flavor, especially when all that bond and that residue comes off. It'll be perfect. All right, let's have a look at this. I think we're about ready to turn it. Ah, yeah, see, that's brown. That's nice. Flip it on the fat side. Get this one brown a little. This one we won't brown quite as much because it's fat, and then we'll do the 2 sides. All but one side left. I'm going to go ahead and put the onions in because we're only going to flip it one more time. And the 4 hours doesn't start now. It doesn't start until we've got it actually simmering. All right, so we've got all the sides are now browned. Look at that. Doesn't that look right? All right, look how much of the brown's already come up from there. Look at that, the juice is already starting.
That looks good.
If you put hot water in, it's a little faster, obviously. Now, I'm gonna come up just a little higher than this, not much. And that is good right there. All right, we're gonna put a lid on it and get it boiling and then turn it down to a simmer, and we're gonna let it simmer 4 hours. Which, if you think about it, if you put this on the grill, at least 12 hours. So this is a third of the time. All right, so it's boiling, and now we're going to turn it down. If you look at that, you can see we would never want to cook it like that. We want to cook it way, way, way down. This is about where you want it, but with the lid on. And that's still too much. And that's good. Now, we may have to turn it down a little bit once we put the lid on it because obviously there's more heat. And we are. We'll do this for 4 hours, and I'll see you back. We'll make some pulled pork, barbecue sauce on a bun. It's going to be fantastic. The first thing about a Boston butt pork roast is that it's not the butt end at all. It's actually the top of the shoulder. In colonial days, less expensive cuts of meat were packed in barrels for storage and sent all around the country, and these barrels were called butts. Supposedly this started in New England, and that's why they refer to this particular cut of meat as a Boston butt. It comes from the term butt load. It comes from an English measurement talking about a heavy cart holding 384 gallons. Although some people believe that the Boston butts were actually put into large wine barrels, which were also called butts, and those were 126 gallons. The interesting thing is, even though New England seems to take credit for the, quote, Boston butt, the center of the pork trade in the United States in colonial times, which was in Virginia and North Carolina, not in Boston or New England. There are other cuts that are called Milwaukee butts or the New Orleans cut. None of those names have really stuck. The one that has stuck with us forever is the Boston butt. It's been 4 full hours. We've simmered, and this is what it looks like simmering. Looks like the bone is just about ready to come out of there. They say that if you've got this tender, the bone should pretty much fall off, or the meat should fall off the bone. Or the bone should fall out. And then
That's enough.
it's enough. Okay. Oh, look at this. Look at that. I'm just going to hold that. I would say that's falling off the bone tender. What do you say, Mrs. Brooks? Look at that. Did that meat come off that bone or not? Now you can do this by hand by simply just putting some gloves on, but this is hot. But you can do it with a couple of forks. And just shred it like that. Got some of that juice in there, which is good. And we're just gonna do this. Keep the fat in there. Don't take that fat out of there.
Quit scraping the bowl.
I'm scraping the bowl. Ah!
I can't stand that.
Texas honey pecan, or pecan. Pecan or pecan?
Depends on the context.
What would the context be? I think the best way to do that is just take your hands. Look at that. That looks pretty good. That is hot. All right, I guess it's easier to do with a fork. That's pretty full right there. All right, I'm gonna put a little more sauce on. Oh my God, that is fantastic.
Oh my gosh.
Is that not, that's pretty good, isn't it?
That is really good. The meat is perfectly tender. Good flavor.
And the barbecue sauce makes it feel like it's barbecued. It's not been on a grill, but it's been on a stove top for 4 hours. But I think that's tasty.
Okay, you keep talking. I'm going to keep eating.
All right, I'll keep talking. So, if you would, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time on...
I can't do it.
She can do it. She can do it.
While you're in the kitchen.